right there. Thank you so much for staying with us. Moving forward, according to predictions made by fuel marketers in a recent discussion about the expected reduction in petrol prices in Nigeria, well, some say prices may drop to as much as 500 naira or as low as 500 naira, beg your pardon, in 2025. Well, a steady currency rate decline in global oil prices and rising fuel imports are some of the economic factors that support this positive outlook. Well, a member of IPMAN, that's the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, explained that more domestic refinement of petroleum products will result in lower prices. An important aspect of the discussion is the deregulation of the oil industry. Now, to make the Nigerian market more competitive, the government plans to eliminate subsidies. Subsidies are gone, just like my guest said earlier. There are worries about the immediate effects on customers who have been used to subsidy rates or subsidized rates, even though this change would promote investments in regional distribution and refining. In recent times, the membership of IPMAN have continued to harp on that fact that the price of petrol must be competitive considering the present state of the oil and gas industry in Nigeria. What Mr. Dele Tajudeen is the Southwest Zonal Chairman of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, a friend of the house. It's good to have you join us in our Eco Atlantic studio.
Yes, good afternoon, Tolu, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And let me congratulate the management of TVC for this world-class studio.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you so much for coming too.
Thank you.
I think we should start with what's been happening in the market. I know that for some time we've not heard that maybe my members are not getting supplies and all of that. What's the update with regards to that, and how's the pricing been?
Okay, thank you so much. Let us start from the basis that the regulation is no more in news.
Yeah.
It's gone, and it's gone forever. And what is constant in life is change. And the change has come. And I want to commend the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for taking the bull by the horn. It was not an easy decision, but it is a necessity. It is a necessary decision that has to be taken in the best interest of this country. So it has come, and of course it was difficult when the decision was made. Still very difficult, but at least we are getting used to it. And I want to let you know that there's no policy with advantage that doesn't have disadvantage too. But going by the advantages that we have realized in the industry, let me just talk about the price first. You will recall that when it was announced, the price of petrol is about 1,200, 1,250 per liter.
Yes.
Today, I can tell you with facts that NNPC retail is selling at 925. MRS, let's use Alapere as an example. MRS is selling at 985. There's Eden Petroleum at Alapere. There is Total. There is corn oil. Everybody is selling different prices, but within the, good range. Yeah. So everybody says, so it has dropped from 1,250, 1,200 to 935. So, and we expect more of that. Another advantage is that the deregulation has made the smuggling of petroleum products reduced drastically. It has reduced. And going along with that, we've been able to see what our consumption rate is, even though the statistics are not to us the exact consumption per day, per month, per annum, but at least you agree with me that we are getting there, that the consumption rate, which was more than 100, it's less than what it used to be today, which means there was a lot of taking our product out of this country. So that regulation is also an advantage to that. And when you talk about efficiency, because there are so many other players in the industry, and I must commend Dangote Refinery because they are doing a lot.
Wow.
Efficiency is the sense that, for example, Dangote loads 24/7 every day, even on Sundays. Unlike before, when we have limited people that has this product, even when on a good day, on a Monday like this, you see some depot, they have not started loading as at 12 a.m. in the morning, 12 p.m. in the morning. But now, let me just use this as an example. By about 2 weeks ago, Dangote was selling, the price at Dangote was like 912, 911. At Abule Ado Depot, they were selling about 935, 945. By the time they saw that nobody is coming to them, they were forced to reduce the price, which means that was just an artificial prices.
Yes.
So there is healthy competition now
In the market.
in the market. So, and if it continues like that, if you have more of Dangote refinery, I can assure you that the prices will continue to come down. And also it has helped their foreign exchange because
There's been a bit of stability.
whichever way,
Yes.
it has reduced the importation of petroleum product. Though it must not be, it's not total now, but at least at whatever percentage it is, it has reduced. So these are some of the advantages that you can talk about in the industry.
What about your margins? You know, before now, there's been issues around margins for marketers, and marketers have been talking about the margins being reduced and all of that. With this deregulation and this pricing, how has it affected your margins?
I must say with a sense of sincerity that our margin has improved.
Good.
It has improved because going by the amount of money we employed in doing business, the margin has been better than what it was before. Because like I said, now nobody is telling you to sell XYZ amount. But if you buy at a certain amount of money and you feel that, 10 naira, 15 naira, 20 naira is enough for you. But nevertheless, if your neighbor is selling at a lower price, you don't have any other person, otherwise you will not be selling. So that is the good thing about about competition. So if it continues like this, like I said, like Bua refinery, some other local refineries and modular refineries, if they come up, I can assure you that the price, I may not be able to predict exactly what the price is, but gradually, because if you are talking about 3 months now, and we have seen the downward review of about 30 naira from 300 naira from what it was before, and you can tell if it continues like this. And by the time the people embraces CNG more than the way it is now, so it will further reduce the demand for petrol, and what that implies is that it's still going to come down. So, to be honest with you, the free flow of products to our filling station is better than the way it was before. I can pay now and get my product within less than 24 hours.
Wow.
Yes, I can see that for free in Dangote refinery and some other depot. So now we don't even rely much on NNPC. Unlike before, when you pay to NNPC, it takes 3 months, 4 months, and so on before you get your product. But now you don't need to rely on NNPC. Go to Dangote, go to whichever depot there is product, you get your product out within 24 hours. So there is quite easy movement of products now.
You touched on CNG just now, and I know that there's been this partnership before now between government, IPMAN, of course, maybe the PCNG group and all of that. How are your members embracing this? Because we all know that we must go that route. Cleaner energy, cleaner fuels. We see what is happening in other countries.
Well, the truth of the matter is that people have not seriously embraced CNG because of some factors. But like the gas of eating that we're talking about, the local gas, you know, when it started, people were glued to kerosene use alone. But now, nobody's using kerosene. So give us time, people will keen to it. But, I mean, from the side of government, yes, they have been making a lot of promises that have not been kept. And the bureaucracy of government, you know, when they make announcements, there is no serious plan on effective dates. For example, now, they talk about CNG in your filling station. But it's not just getting it done in your filling station, even when you are ready, because you are going to alter the building plan of that filling station. So you have to go to town planning to make a change on your plan.
Okay.
Then you also have to write to the Department of
NMDPRA now.
They have to approve.
Yeah.
All those things has to be taken into consideration so that those bottlenecks will be removed. Because at times when you present your paper to town planning office, it will take years before they will approve it. They'll come, they will tell you this is not supposed to be, this is this, this is that. Even the charges for altering the initial plan is very high. So all those are bottlenecks that is hindering the, even for those who are ready. But I want to say that with time, people will embrace the engine. Some people are even afraid of putting that cylinder behind their bed. Because if you ask yourself, if you have an SVU and you have to remove the back seat, some people, oh, no, I can't remove my back seat.
Some are weather. Some also complain about the sun.
The sun in this country. I don't want explosion, and the orientation is. I think government has to do more about orientation to let people know that the risk is not as much as the way people feel it. So on that, those are the advantages. But it does not mean that we don't have disadvantages. Okay, the disadvantages, let me tell you a funny thing. Because the price of petroleum product is high now, you will not believe that the rate of hijack of tanker is on the high side now. Yes, because they know that if they hijack and you are able to go do away with it, we are talking about 40, 45 million naira. So it's another risk factor that we are witnessing in the industry. The issue of finance, you know, is normal in any business. We are moving from 7 million naira to 45 million naira. It's not an easy thing. The banks are not helping to. The charges now is about 34% rate, apart from all other charges of management fee of 1%, this and that. And the bureaucracy, you need to get a CFO. If you apply for a CFO in a state, I say this was with the all sense of responsibility, that it takes minimum of 2 or 3 years before you get your CFO. So even when you have what it takes to get the loan from the bank, you don't get it on time. You see, time wasted. The rate will have taken about 40% of your profit, because by the time you put everything together, 35%, management fee, this fee, whatever, insurance and the rest, it will have taken about 40% of your profit. So you are left with little or no profit, maybe about 60%. You will have to put down the operational fees, and so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, you might be left with about 20%. So that's a very, very big challenge. And the government has not done anything to cushion this effect on the marketers, rather than even what we pay as tax is even going up. Because if you are doing huge amount of turnover in bank, so that's how they will charge you. Whereas it's just that the price has gone up, the profit has not gone up in that respect. So we need government to really look at it. They have not done anything for marketers, especially independent marketers, in all this of pushing the effect and the rest. Nothing has been done for independent marketer. And of course, they have to look in that aspect, because we are one of the highest employer of labor And you know what that means in a country where there's no job. If not, you see, we have at least helped in youth employment and curbing the menace of whatever you feel like all these boys do in the country. So government needs to assist independent petroleum marketer. Thank God that independent petroleum marketers, we are settled, there's no rancor, we have won something. So our leaders, especially the president, the board of trustees, they will be able to negotiate better with government. But actually, government has not done anything significant, not even at all. They have not done anything for us. We have not got any benefit.
Considering your important role, this role that you play, thousands of...
And we have the first casualty because the removal of subsidy affects independent marketer greatly. So we have the first casualty. So we should be the first beneficiary.
Well, I think this is almost like your close to your almost final outing as zonal chairman of the Southwest Zone. And, you know, it's been a jolly ride. We've been having you here, always coming to address issues around this sector. What more would we hear from you before you go?
Yes, well, to God Almighty, I give thanks to God Almighty who has made it possible for me to lead the association in the last 5 years.
Wow. And
I want to thank the leadership of our association for giving me that opportunity, and the entire member of IPMAN for entrusting me with their businesses. And I want to say with a sense of humility that I will continue to thank them and do my best to, even when I exit from the chairmanship, I will continue to do my best in the best interest of IPMAN. To God be the glory, the journey has been so good. By the 20th of this month, that's Monday, next Monday.
7 days.
Yes, I'll be commissioning a 2-story building office at Ibadan. And the annual general meeting will be coming up thereafter on the 21st, and we'll be having our election. And let me say that even the election is just going to be a walkover because we have been able to talk to people that there was no need for rancor and the rest. And
so IPMAN is one now.
Is one. So, in fact, most of the position had been settled. It's just going to be the normal ritual. That's one of those things that we've been able to achieve. Bringing peace to IPMAN has been the most achievement that we...
I must thank you so much. TVC will always be there to partner with you in all that you do.
You know we can't do it without TVC.
Mr. Dele Tajudeen is the Southwest Zonal Chairman. IPMAN, I must thank you so much, really. I must thank you. Every time we have issues around the oil and gas sector, you are always there. You respond to us. You tell us the way it is. And, you know, I really must commend that. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Well, that's our...